There were some other suggestions, and those have all been turned over to the marketing department. So that's what's great about this call. It's really your time. It's your time to ask questions. It's your time to give suggestions because those get passed along. It's your time to point out any errors that might be. We did update a label that was on the website. It still had a label for Super Life, and that's been updated. So really, it's your time to ask questions. Let me know what you like. Let me know what needs fixing. Give suggestions. It's your time. I've opened up my office for you for this hour every Thursday, and I'm so happy to have you joining us here today. And what you can do is just simply raise your hand. And I see some people have already raised their hand, and that's how we do it. And actually, this is really going to help all these questions and answers because we're going to catalog all these and have it as frequently asked questions. We're working on, a better FAQ bot for our website and things like that. So this is really going to help. So all questions are great questions. Don't be shy. And with that, we're already 2 minutes past the hour, actually 3. So I'm going to just get going. And I see is it Mara or Mata? Has her hand raised. I'll ask you to unmute.
Recording in progress.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining me on this office hours. And we're going to get started right away. We have our first question coming from, is it Mara or Mata? Mara. Okay, Mara, thanks for joining us. What can we help you with today? I love it. That is a fantastic question. And actually, the best way to see it, I'm going to just go ahead and share my screen because I think this will be really helpful. I'm going to share the back office here. Hopefully you can see my screen. And just a reminder, everyone can go into our sample back office. And I'm going to be working with Jennifer, who actually is the host on this call. So thanks, Jennifer, for joining us. And we're going to make sure that this back office is more up to date as a sample back office for you, putting in some fake orders to see rank advancements and such. So I'm in the back office here now, Mara, and there is a report. Now remember, only if you have these dreams subscription, can you see these extra reports. So if you click on team reports, there is this report here called promo QV. So I want you to go ahead and click on that, Mara, when you can. And a reminder, if you don't see points there, always double check first, do you have a 50 BV smart order on file? And actually, to see this report, you need to have your dreams. So make sure you have dreams because those are 2 things you need in order to accumulate points. So this promo QV report is accessible. You see yourself. You might not see yourself on that top line unless you have the most points, because this is going to look at the total promo GQV points and go in descending order. So whoever has the most in your group is going to be on that top line. But remember, you can always sort by level over here. So if you're your own back office, sort it, you'll see your level 0. So we have columns here. We have the total. We have showing that you have a smart order. UBT points will show up in this column. Lifestyle retention. Now remember, that is month 2 and month 3. If someone purchases a month 1, the month 2 ships, the 50 points is going to show up here. The month 3 ships, the 50 points is going to show up here. Now it only shows up when it ships because that really means it's committed. Because unfortunately, we do have some that will go into accepted and the customer will call in and say, oh, I don't want it right now. And remember, it has to be consecutive months. Transformation now shows up here, your action plan declaration, share because you care, widen your reach lives, other promos. So a lot of it might fall into that other promos column, and I'll show you there if you want help into figuring out if points are missing. Now we used to have this column here called 3 and then free. So if you go back to like previous months, you might see some points there, but we are reusing that now for events and Zooms. So for example, if you stay on this Zoom for 20 minutes, you will get 15 points for this Zoom, and it'll show up in this column. If you host a table, it'll show up in this column. If you go to the Superfood Social later this month. It'll show up in this column. So we have them all separated. But the promos that come and go, the other promos like the mini marathon, right now, reminder, you get it for if you buy swag or if you renew your dreams, points are going to show up there. So anything else that doesn't fall into one of these categories is going to fall into this other promos. And all these numbers here will add up and show you the final number over on this page. Now, if you ever have any questions, we do know, you have your submission forms. The promo submission forms only shows up for those with dreams. So only those with dreams can actually submit. But a reminder, make sure you have your smart order up to 50. If you go in there and play with it and it drops below and we're awarding points, we don't know that it just dropped below temporarily and maybe, next week you're putting it back up. So make sure it's always at 50. But then there's also the submission forms. And this is just for everyone that they can do. And this is stuff I want to remind you, info for recognition. If you know you're going to be celebrated, if you know that you've done a great achievement, upload how you want your name to be pronounced, upload your image that you want. And then if you scroll down to the bottom here, commission and promo questions. Any questions you have about promo points, if you say, hey, I submitted 10 something or 4 events and I only see 100 points, I don't see the 200 points, put it here because then we can research as to what's happening. Any questions about commissions? Click on there. A type form opens up. You can ask your questions about submissions. We have someone checking this on a regular basis. And if they don't have the answer, for example, to the commissions questions, they come to me. So it's like you're talking straight to me when you have a commission question that can't be answered right away too. So I want to remind you about that. So you asked about promo points. I kind of went a little bit further, but hopefully you find that helps you, Mara, finding out where your submission points will be, your promo points. Perfect. Hi, Camille. Thanks for joining us today. What can we help you with? Do you have a question, a comment, a suggestion? If I can ask you to unmute, Camille, are you there? Maybe she doesn't have great service. I will come back to you, Camille. Oh, there she is.
Hey, I'm just getting ready to walk out the door. Thanks for taking my call, Debbie.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I just have a quick question. So I'm just wondering if Dave would ever consider putting together some suggestions for the parasite portion of the ULT. So I'm a regenerative health practitioner and do a lot of parasite cleansing with people. And it's just so important that people really switch their diet during that portion because there's so many certain foods that feed parasites. So it's just a suggestion so that it's not confusing for people. I always take time to make sure I share that with my clients, but I'm sure that it's not a known topic across the field. And people will have a more effective cleanse if they're eliminating certain foods.
I love that. I love that. And that's something that we could possibly just include if even someone's, obviously it comes in the ULT, but what if they purchase it on their own? So maybe that's a little note card or something that we could put in with some tips and tricks from Dave. Thank you, Camille. What a great suggestion. I will pass that along to him.
Yeah, and maybe he could even do a call on it one night or something.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah.
That's all
that
I had.
Helps,
Thank you.
Like you've given us suggestions and they get to the right place. So perfect suggestion. I'll make sure that gets passed along. Thank you so much.
Okay. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Hi, Terry. So good to see you today. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Debbie. It's always good to see you. So are we kind of like doing what we used to do, like ask one question and then go back around and ask another question?
Well, we seem to have enough time last time,
Okay.
and everyone asked. If we find that it doesn't work, then, but just go ahead and ask.
Just cut me off.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have a couple of questions. Now, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and I've missed some of the calls, because I like to stay plugged in. I am not tech savvy at all. I'm going to admit it. Where is the easiest place for me to find the replays of your calls so that I can bring myself up to date and to find the promos? I just want to do it in an easy way because I've gone through, and I know people probably are like, it's so easy, but not for me.
No, that's a great question. I think a lot of people go straight to the phone app. Me personally, I go straight to puriumbusiness.com. And just so you know, if you're logged in to the website, I'm going to log in again as US Dreams. If you log into the website, the Purium Business blog comes up right here on the footer. So it's not available to customers, but it's available for brand partners when they log in, or you just go to puriumbusiness.com. And when you go there, this is where I like to go, because right here, usually on the recent posts are the most recent calls that you might have missed.
Okay.
If not, you can go to the Zoom calendar and replays. And this gives you like the past Zooms that happened. You can see there's the 7-1, the July kickoff Zoom, the 7-7, growing your business. Like I said, this is very, I think, more desktop friendly, but they're also posting the Zooms in the phone app as well. But like I said, I'm in front of my computer and this is where I go. And you'll see them there. If not, you can go right up here. And the minute you log on the Zooms, I think at the very top, that Zoom calendar, think there used to be, maybe not anymore, used to be where you could see all the upcoming Zooms. And the other thing is you could also, of course, put in a keyword. If you know it was, about recognition, put in the word recognition. But right here, if you get within the first amount, if not, you see the past Zooms through here. And we still, looks like we still have the Google Sheet virtual event calendar with all the master list available to our brand partners as well, if you open that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, I have another question because it kind of happened with one of my BPs. This warning comes up, and it's happened before, where they're getting ready to purchase it and they're trying to put their new address, like she was trying to do a transformation now. And so I think it says warning 89 error or something like that. And it comes up and you can't proceed. And there's nothing wrong with the card. The card is valid, everything is valid, but it doesn't allow the purchase to happen. So I know that when we do the transformation now and we put ship to another address, right? The billing address, it does need to be the same as the card address. So that was the same. Everything, it's the person's name on the card, I should say. The billing address of the card has to match the person's name, their billing address, but it still kept popping up. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of that, and we do need to come up with some better lingo. And always what I do when I hear of an error, like I just Googled it on the phone with you, and I've seen it before, error 89, and it's a credit floor error. It means that they've reached the top of their allowable limit to purchase on their credit card, so to use a different credit card for that. But like I said, like, what does that mean? Error 89. So I think, we're refreshing, we're revamping our website. And I think that would be one thing that we definitely need to make sure that the errors come back that just says, credit card declined, use a different credit card. I think that's a lot easier to understand than error 89. So it is a credit card. It is a credit card.
Okay, because she said it was fine. That's why we were like, okay, then we don't know what's going on.
And sometimes the credit cards, sometimes the credit cards have like certain limits for certain types of things. And this is a new thing. It used to just be like over your limit. And then this one is like this new credit floor over limit type thing. It's a new lingo that they started using in the last few years. So it's, if you Google it, you can see about it.
That's thank you. I'll Google it. One last question. Yeah. The LTD is not part of the transformation now, right? So
that was asked last time, and it should be.
It is.
I'm surprised that it wasn't showing up. So I was supposed to confirm that, and I remembered it only like 5 minutes before the call. So I will go into my little database and I'll double check, but it should be part of it, because it should be part of it because it's a UBT as well. So I believe it's a UBT. Let me double check. And the best way to check that is on our Purium price list, which you can access through the back office. So let me just go to there real quick. And let me jump on to our price list, unless Jennifer has quick access to look at it and let me know. Let me look at the Purium pricing and okay, I am looking UBTs. Yeah, the LTDs, even the regular LTDs are UBTs. So they should all count towards the transformation now. Did it not work if you put 3 in the cart, or?
So that's what we thought it might have been. So I guess I was wrong there in that thinking. So the LTD, they can order 2, 3 LTDs, and that counts as a transformation now also. They could take a photo with that person with an
Yes,
LTD. Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Yeah, that's one of the things I need to watch.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Okay.
Debbie.
Thanks, Cherry. Appreciate your questions. Hi, Marianne. So good to see you today. What can we help you with?
First, I want to start off with a request. If there's a way that we can keep the summer smoothie year round and maybe change the label to it, because I just love it. Like everything that I love in one package is all together.
Perfect. And I
Just
honestly, I think marketing is already looking into that. We might change the name. It might not be called Summer Smoothie. It might be like Smoothie 101. I don't know. I don't know. I just made that up. But yeah, I it's been very popular. It's been definitely well received. And we do know that it offers complimentary enrollment too. So it's a win-win. So I'm glad that
okay,
you're liking that,
perfect.
Marianne.
And then I have a question actually for myself. I have the customizable on my smart order, but I can't see to go in there how to edit and change my power shake to the dark berry.
So
And I was on my computer.
so probably what you want to do is you kind of have to start over from scratch and put it back into your cart, because I don't think once it's in there that you can actually edit the things. And maybe all of you on the line, if you've encountered that yourself, and I'll have Jennifer try it too, but I'm pretty sure you kind of have to remove it and start over, unfortunately.
And then how does that work? Because then this is month 3 of the promo to get the 3rd free gift.
As long as you stay within this month, it'll be fine.
Whether it's on a smart order or a regular order, as long as I'm ordering month 3, I'll still get the free gift.
No, you want to go in and change your smart order. So it is going to look that it's a smart order. So you're absolutely correct. And if worse comes to worse and you have issues, call into customer care, or you can even use our form and you can go in and say your ID number. You say, my current smart order is this. Please change from 4 Power Shake to 2 Power Shake and 2 Apple Berry. And they should do it and they should reply to you that it's been done. And then you can double check. So they can
Okay,
go in and do
perfect.
that for you. Because
Hey.
even they themselves will have to remove it and put it back in. But they can do that all behind the scenes. You don't have to wait on hold to speak to someone. So that's another way. I want to remind you all that, and they should be able to either email you or text you right back that it's been completed.
Okay, and I want to take advantage of like the chill spray, but obviously that can't be part of the smart order because it's not a regular product line. So, well, is there a way to actually combine that to my smart order so that I'm not having to
Well,
do
yeah,
2
put it on your
separate?
smart order. You'll get the special price for the chill spray. It'll let you put it on the smart order, but next month it'll go back to the regular price.
No, it's the 2 and you get 1 free. That's
Oh,
not regular. Because they didn't let me combine
yeah,
last month. I
we
had to
don't
do
let
2 separate. So I had to
well,
pay
they
2
should be
separate
able to add,
shippings.
you know what? Let me make it so customer care can definitely add it. But what it is we don't want someone to put it on their smart order thinking, oh, well, I can't buy it this month, but I'll do it next month, because the sale will not be available next month. And that's why it's not available for smart orders. But behind the scenes, I can make it. Did you already have both orders ship?
No, because I have to customize. I have to adjust my
Okay,
order
well,
anyway,
yeah,
so I haven't done anything yet.
I will make actually Jennifer we can go into that item code, make it available for smart orders through customer care. So they can add it to your smart order for this month, but it's going to automatically removed for the next month.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you
So
very
yeah,
much.
perfect. And
Appreciate it.
again, you can just write that into them and say, I want this, and this, and this. If you don't want to wait on hold, I don't know. I don't think the whole time has been that crazy lately, but you could just type in and say, change from the 2 Power Shakes and please add the buy 2, get 1 free chill spray.
Wonderful. Thank you, Debbie.
Okay. Thanks, Marianne. Hi, Kiki. So good to have you here today. What can we help you with?
Hi. First and foremost, thank you for all your hard work. Like, you are stellar. So please believe that we all see you. We love you. But I have 2 questions. One, when are we getting that mental positive? Because, honey, when I say my emotions are starting to play with me a little bit. I'm like, oh Lord, we need that mental pop.
Let me double check. I just spoke with operations today, but they said they were checking on it and they should get back to me hopefully by the end of the day. So maybe we'll put an update in the back office then for that. So yeah, we're hoping that it's a sooner rather than later one. Yeah, I agree. We need that back like now.
Yes. And also, I was just gonna just highlight the importance of these table setups. Like, they're amazing. Even just like a simple tasting. Like, I am getting so many good feedback from just doing like a simple tasting. And yeah, it may mean that I'm sharing some of my product line. I don't care, because I want these people to feel good. So those complimentary tastings, I'm noticing it's just bringing a different traction to people. So I just wanted to share that as
I
well.
love that. Thank you. Thank you for that share. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's true. Like I've been with Purium for over 20 years and I'd have friends visit and they would turn their nose up to this green drink. And then when they tried it, it was like, oh, wow, this is great. And just a little side story too, like a long, long time ago before I worked for Purium, I worked for a different company and Dave was the supplier of that company. And that's how I met them. I had not been to any events, so I had my first green drink and I kept going back and back and back. And I just like fell in love with it. My stomach didn't fall in love with it with how much I had drank that day. But wow, it's right. Until you try it, you don't know it. So I love, Kiki, that you are taking advantage of that and sampling because, yeah, until they try it, they don't know. So I love that you're doing that. Congratulations. Hi, Dr. Melissa. So good to see you today. What can we help you with?
Hello, Debbie. I just want to ditto what the person before me just said about we love you. You're fabulous.
So much.
Stay on those products. Stay healthy. Um, there's two things. I got the 90-day, and I want to be able to. Is it okay to change the smart order date? Within the month that it's coming.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You want to stay consecutive because that's what helps with
Yeah.
those retention points. And that's what helps with the free product if you're doing it. Because once you miss 1 month, it throws everything off.
Right.
So yeah, as long as you stay within the month, absolutely. Feel free to change that date.
Excellent.
Great question.
And it's been a while. I've registered for all the Zooms, but I never get an email to say, click this link to join the Zoom. So I just go back to the Monday newsletter and, at the couple
Oh.
minutes before I do register, and then it lets me join. I register and join. And now that Purium's being so generous with the points to when you come on a Zoom, I want to be sure that I'm doing it in a way that I'm eligible for that.
I
So my
wonder
upline
if
can
they're
get.
sending daily emails now too, or if it's just the text 20 minutes before. I don't necessarily get all the emails. I do know I get the text 20 minutes before. Is anyone else receiving emails the day of the Zoom, or is it just the text? If you want to put it in the chat so I can understand what's going on and I can speak to the marketing department. And put a 1 if it just text. Okay, thanks, Pilani. I don't get texts or emails, Angie. Okay, we'll have to look into that. And actually, there's a place in the back office if you're having communication issues as well under that submission form. Let me double check that too. I believe in submission forms in the back office. Let's see, it says communication support, not receiving texts and or emails. Please submit your details here to get you subscribed. So if you're not getting emails or texts, we'll make sure, Angie, that we look into that. Oh, you've already done the form 2 times, no improvement. Okay, well, I'll personally look into that for you, Angie. Yeah, we definitely need to look into that. We actually are looking into updating and upgrading our text and email provider. So look forward to that in the near future as well. Get a text reminder the right before the Zoom is to start. Okay, thanks, Leah. Thank you. So I'll look into seeing what's exactly going out and we can get back to you on that, Dr. Melissa. Yeah.
I just want to be sure that I'm getting the email saying register, and I go in and I register for the date and
But
time.
Zoom isn't getting back to you with saying it's starting maybe. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not getting the link that I have registered. Now click here. It says, like in
okay.
my text that I got just before this Zoom, it says, Brian Partner office hours starts at 12 PT. Join through your registration link. I never get a registration.
Oh, okay. Well, let me follow up. That would be a Zoom thing then, because Zoom should.
Ah,
So let me check and see what marketing is doing with that. That's great. Thank you for further clarification, and we can look into that.
yeah.
Thank
And
you
I
so
found a
much.
workaround, so I'm not worried. I am able to get
Yeah,
on the Zooms, but I'm just, yeah.
it's easy to have just a link that you click and that you've registered in. Yeah, because I think I'm getting them because I actually registered through my Gmail, and I think they send me one from Zoom to my Gmail. But let me look into that and see what's happening. I'll do some testing of that too. Thanks so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Appreciate it.
I love that you're doing these Zooms. Thank you.
Amazing.
So helpful.
Hi, Zakira. Hopefully I pronounced it okay. How can we help you today?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, you said it right. I don't know
Okay.
why it's not letting my camera go on, but okay.
Well, missing seeing
Anyway,
you, but that's okay. Go ahead and ask.
the Can't Beat This, I talked to Dave about this personally, but the Can't Beat This, it was supposed to be the family size tear pouch, and it's not on there still. It's a
So
4-pack.
correct. We have changed. We're no longer having the family size. It's 4 smaller ones. That way you can open one at a time. The bag isn't open in a full size. You can share. So we decided to go that route now. Um, and it's, I think, I'm not sure, honestly, like, we went through changing some of the products that we had for sale and it was due to sales. And I think the larger size wasn't selling as much, but we still wanted to be able to give you a discount for buying the large size quantity. So we're selling it in the 4-pack.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. One more question. Did you
Sure.
hear anything back about the mushroom coffee?
I did not yet. I did not yet. Let me follow up, and that can be part of my update next week. So we'll make sure we get back to you, Zakira.
Okay, thank you, because I really missed it even in the summer.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Well, maybe we can bring it back. Like I said, it's probably a seasonal one, perhaps too. So let me check and see if we can bring that back for the fall, and we'll get back to you. Awesome.
Okay. All
Thanks
right.
for bringing it back up again.
Yeah.
Hi, Pialani. So good to see you. What can we help you with today?
Again, like everyone else says, thank you so much for you being you. Okay, thank you for someone who asked the question before about how to check points. I went in and checked the points out of curiosity, and the under events and Zooms, it doesn't list last week's call with you. It has a 0, and I know that's what I got on last week. How do we make sure we're getting the points?
Well, actually, we can thank Ian for that because he was following up on points. He said, "What about the Zoom from last Thursday?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness." So I just sent that to Jennifer this morning to update right away. So that was missing because all points should be updated on the Monday for the previous week from the Friday before of the previous week. So for example, if you submitted something on Saturday, you've got to wait a whole week and a half to get it. But all the Zooms from last week should have showed up on Monday. A little delay. I believe the kickoff Zoom showed up yesterday, and I was training Jennifer on doing it. So she's taking it over, which is great because there'll be less delays because I was doing it before. So Jennifer will get those points up today. So thank you so much for checking on that, Pialani.
No, thank you so much for the report. That's really very helpful.
Oh,
So
great.
thank
Awesome.
aloha.
Hi, Mara. Do you have another question for us today? Okay. So I'll have to check, like that's a completely different system than ours, Typeform. I'll let you know that, for example, if you were doing events, there was no reply going out, so that has been or is being fixed. But all the others should be sending automatic replies. If not, we also say just take a screenshot of that last screen if you think anything's going to be missing. But I'll have to reach out to Typeform itself, I guess, and see what we do if we've got someone not receiving the emails. If not, if you can try maybe a different email, if you have access to a different email, to try just once or twice to see if that works. Is anyone else having issues? Yeah, check junk mail. Thanks, Angie. Is anyone else having issues with getting confirmation emails from the Typeform? Carrie is as well. So again, I've tested it. I've used a Yahoo email, I've used a Gmail email, and my Purium Corp email. Tabitha gets hers. Thanks, Tabitha. So maybe if I don't know, I'll have to look and see, Mara, what type of email you're using. Are you using Yahoo or Gmail, or is it something Gmail? So, okay. Well, you know what? I'll test mine again with Gmail. Jennifer, if you have a Gmail, if you could test yours and submit something and see if you get a reply. I wonder. I get some, Carrie, but not all from Typeform. Okay. And like I was saying, we'll double check that all of them are having emails go up, but I know the Widen Your Reach Live is, I know the mini marathon is, I know what's really important, the action declaration actually replies to you with exactly everything that you submitted. So it kind of keeps you on track. And it also sends to your enroller to everything you submitted. From your enroller. Oh, amazing. Okay. The dreams. Okay, that's through our system. So do me a favor, just go up to any of them and put in a fake thing and put in a different email and see if you get anything. I would like to know that. And then if not, reach out through that communication thing in the back office, but I'll see if I can do a little research, but it'd be great to know if you do get them through a different email. So, yeah, sometimes, and yeah, check your junk just in case, but that's really frustrating. That's so frustrating. Yeah, just if you can for now, just try a different email and see if that works for you for now. And then if not, I can research with Typeform as to why some emails are not going through. Perfect. Okay, thanks so much, Mara. Hi, Jacqueline. Thanks for joining us today. What can we help you with?
Hi, I have a couple questions. I'm sorry if you hear music in the background. I'm at our restaurant right now.
Well, thanks for
I'm off
joining
grid.
us.
Yeah, thank you. I live off grid, so I don't have signal at home. But I was wondering if we had any products for celiac PCOS. A few questions. The Power Shake, specifically, if it doesn't taste good, that means they're detoxing. And what is the best way to sample Purium?
Well, I am going to turn this question over to our brand partners because they're more in tune of the best way to sampling Purium. And I think, as Kiki said, she just gives away hers as samples even.
I am doing the same thing, actually. So I love that she's doing that.
I'm going to ask Melissa to unmute because I know she's going to have some great answers for you. Thanks, Melissa, for chiming in here.
For sure. Thanks, Debbie. Hey, Jacqueline, these are great questions. This was asked to Dave before. Why don't we do little sample packets? And the reason he frowns on doing sample packets is because we don't have life-changing experiences with a sample.
Right.
We really need to do the program. And he said, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if it has something to do with the taste, we can work with them on that. We can give them suggestions, peanut butter and banana and dates, strawberries and blueberries, or whatever. Like, we can work with their taste palette. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then what was your other question?
Is there any products for people that are celiac and PCOS?
Yeah, so for that, we always recommend doing the ionic elements and the Allo Digest rather than the Biomedic, because even though it's a slight dusting of gluten in the Biomedic, they still want to go the extra mile to make sure it's 100% gluten-free for that.
Okay, and they can, because they they struggle with so much, and it's crazy. So you said Ionic Element. What was the other one?
And Aloe Digest
Aloe. Okay.
together rather than the Biometic.
Okay.
And they do great on that. And reach out to me on Instagram. I'm going to send you a beautiful testimonial from somebody who had celiac. And
That would be most
now-
helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the
Cool.
other one,
right.
PCOS.
Angie Hardy, can you speak on this one? Because I know that you have friends and family that no, you don't want to, or
Is she?
not to take over the call.
Hi, I would say the ULT, unless they have a certain allergy. I'm not particularly familiar with any restrictions that PCOS
Yeah, you're right.
would cause.
You're right, Angie. Stick with the ULT, and if they're nervous,
Okay.
they can just go at it slower. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angie. I haven't seen any contraindications with PCOS and the ULT.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Debbie, for letting us share.
Yeah, no,
Thank
this
you
is
so
great. And
much.
Mara has her hand raised. I asked her to unmute because I muted her by mistake. So if you want to unmute again, there we go.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Did we answer all your questions, Jacqueline?
There was one last.
Did
Well,
they answer all your questions?
there
Thank
was
you
one
so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
There was one last question. I know I asked a lot. What happened to the coffee protein?
That was one of our products, and that's what Zakira was asking about too. Bringing
I
back
hopped on a little
mushroom
late.
coffee, and yeah. So right now, when the sales were not there, those were also sometimes seasonal products. So we're hoping maybe we can bring some back in the fall when it's more warm drinks. Coffee is actually year round, actually, but we'll check into it. Right now, the sales didn't support keeping it around, but you do see we've been bringing some products back. I mean, we brought Joy Flex back. It didn't even last 24 hours. So we know the demand is there for certain products. So hopefully maybe we can put a 1 there if you want us to bring back the coffee or the mushroom
Oh yeah,
coffee.
it was
Against
amazing.
the mushroom coffee. So yeah, I mean, maybe, we get these requests and we pass them along and hopefully they bring them back in at least a limited supply and people can stock up. I know we've done that with we've got a few products right now that are limited supply, final sales while supplies last. So take advantage of those when we have them.
Thank you
Perfect.
so much. I took
Thank
up a lot of
you.
time, but thank you.
Hi, Tabitha. So good to see you here on the call. Are you local now or are you overseas?
I'm overseas, but this is a time I can do. It's only 9:40 p.m. my time, so I can stay awake for this.
Amazing.
So number one, I wanted to thank you guys so much for changing what qualifies as a UBT. I watched the kickoff call, and that is incredible, making it something that we can mix and match and create anything over $250 being a UBT. Like, working with clients, of course, nothing will ever be gold standard like the ULT. Nothing's going to take the place of that, but sometimes there's need. And so I just wanted to thank you personally, because I think that is a beautiful adjustment and support for us out in the field. Sometimes we need to create something. So that was one thing. The second thing is I just wanted to know, if it's just me, maybe it is, but when I go to do like create a lifestyle subscription, when I get to the credit card page, it always gives me an error message that the page didn't load correctly, and to hit the refresh button, and then I can start inserting the credit card number. It doesn't really mess anything up. It's perfectly fine, but I wanted to put that little bug in your ear that it might be a programming thing that you could have a look at, because I hit the refresh button, it refreshes, and then I can insert the credit card number. But I've done it on Safari and Chrome, and it does it on both. So I'm not really sure if it's just me or anyone else.
Okay, well, I see some head shaking, so I'll have Jennifer test that and get a little video of it, and we can send it off to the programmers. Yeah, things like that shouldn't happen. So thanks for letting us know about that, Tabitha. And yeah, reminder, thanks that you're enjoying this new 250 for UBT. And I want to remind you that you can go back into your database of customers and see if they ever had a $250 purchase, or, you know, and if they haven't, then that means they're going to qualify for a UBT on their next purchase. Because think about it, the ULT is higher than that, the LTD is higher, you know, so focus in on that. And another little reminder for all of you that are out there, if someone purchased a ULT as a customer and didn't have their smart order, so they basically, you lost them as a UBT customer, guess what? If they upgrade as a brand partner, they were never counted as a UBT as a customer. If they were, then upgrading to brand partner doesn't matter. But if they were not ever used as a UBT as a customer and they upgrade to a brand partner with a ULT or 250 or something like that, that could be a UBT for you. They never used it as a customer because they didn't qualify, they didn't have their smart order, but upgrading them kind of re-qualifies them to be a UBT with a qualifying order. So just wanted to remind you of that as well. That's something that a lot of people might forget about. So, and we've got 5 more questions and only 17 minutes left. So let's go through them. Hi, is it Sheila or Shayla?
Chalet.
Chalet. Okay. I will not forget that now. Chalet. What a beautiful name too. What can we help you with?
So I have 3 questions. One regarding registering for Zooms, another about the hashtag contest, and then about getting points for joining. So first is it possible to register for the whole month, or do we have to individually register for each individual Zoom?
I think you used to be able to register for the whole month. I think what happens sometimes is you might not get the right subject emailed to you. Let me look into that, but I'm pretty sure you can pre-register for the whole month, but it kind of messes up like what Zoom is what. But as long as you know that you're registered for each Zoom, and it doesn't matter the topic to you, then you should be able to do that. Like you should be able to register, I think, for this Zoom. Let me jump on there real quick.
Okay. I've been doing it individual, each one, and maybe I double up. I don't know. So if I knew how to do it just for the whole month, that'd be great. Because I think
you'd have to do
it
each
in my
one
schedule.
though. You're absolutely right. It's like each one. But yeah, you can't just say, give me all of July. But yeah, you can register ahead of time. Like for mine, it looks like, whoa, it looks like I'm doing it all through the end of 2028. So it has two years up there for me.
Oh my goodness. See, that's what I want to do. Just because I have it in my calendar. I'm planning on showing up anyways. So if there was a way to know how to do that, that'd be like some instructions of how to do that. That'd be amazing.
Okay, that's a great idea. That's something that we can put together. Amazing.
Okay, awesome. And I'm also thinking for a few of my customers, they always attend the Wednesday night. They always want that. So to do that for the customers as well would be really handy.
Yeah, you can register them. And a reminder, when they do come to a Zoom, we look it up, we look who the enroller is, because you as the brand partner are going to get those 15 points for them. So amazing. Yeah. I mean, I think for one of the Zooms recently, we ended up awarding, I think it was 60 or 75 points. So that means that the person showed up and they had 4 guests on the Zoom with them. So that was incredible.
Nice. Okay. Thank you so much. So that's number 1. Number 2 is hashtag contest. Now, is it a random draw or is it you choose like the best 10?
I think marketing actually goes in, reads what's compelling and pick accordingly. Now they only look for that hashtag in Facebook and they only look for that hashtag in Instagram, and then they go through them. So I'm not involved with it, but I'm pretty sure they kind of go in and pick and choose.
Okay. Because I got mixed reviews. I thought, like, I hear sometimes that it's random draw and then others that it's like the best one. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, do as many as you can to make them as good as you can.
Exactly.
Right.
And you
And
have
then-
your team do it too, because remember those 500 points compress 4 lines up. So yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And then the last question is, so we're getting this month, we're getting points for joining Zooms. Does that include this one?
Absolutely. It's a corporate Zoom.
Awesome.
Yes.
So all corporate Zooms, and I guess you take a tally the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, we see who's attended, and even if you log off, just say you have to log off, do something with your kids and log back on, it's going to combine those minutes. So as long as you're here for 20 minutes, we go through and pick everyone from those 20 minutes. We make sure there's a Smarter on file, make sure that there's a Dream subscription on file, and we give you the 15 points.
Okay. And then in the case that you join 21 minutes late, then you kind of miss it. Is that correct?
Well, it all depends, because look, this Zoom's already gone on. This Zoom will always probably go on for an hour, so you're pretty covered. You know, it all
20
depends on how long the
minutes
Zoom's
somewhere.
going. Yep, anywhere.
Okay.
Yep, like I said, you could log on, log off, log on, log off, as long as you're there for 20 minutes. So
Okay, perfect. All right,
Great
thank you. That's all my
questions.
questions. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shalay. Hi, April. Thanks for joining us today. What can we help you with?
Hello. I have 2 questions, and I could put my camera on real fast. There we go. I have 2 questions. My first question is, I would love to go to a superfood social, but I'm in Texas. And whenever we find out the dates is only like a couple of weeks before you guys actually have it. Do you guys by any chance have like a schedule where it's a little bit further out so that I can make arrangements to come to one? Because I don't have a problem with going to California. My family's there.
Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely can see if Amy has, pre-scheduled some on the calendar. It's usually like you're right. Like we only knew about it, right at the beginning of the month. Sometimes it's like the first weekend of the month too, and we just announce it. So let me see if she has any plans, and I'll let her know that we have some brand partners that want to travel from further away to join it. And yeah, that would be wonderful to have you there. So absolutely, I'll see what we can do if she has anything in the books already.
Perfect. And then my second question is, I had ordered the new event package, the $49 one, with the little my little table sign came damaged. So do I go through iShop Purium to report that, or do I need to go somewhere else to report that?
Go through iShop Purium, because we can send you a replacement one if it's damaged. Absolutely.
Okay.
Just take a little picture of it showing the damage. I think that's what customer care will ask you for. You can upload it. You don't even need to call them. Just take that picture of it, upload it through the form in the back office, and they should send you a replacement order.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, great questions. Hope to see you in California, April.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hi, Terry. You're back again.
I am, and I'm going to make it really quick. I'm going to try to combine all my questions. So I was looking, one of the things I forgot to ask about was the GQV that's changed for the month of July, right? So the GQV, that is just your first line now, right? For me that is my first line earners, because when I look at my GQV on my back office, I'm not sure if I'm understanding this correctly. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and there's not going to be numbers there, but I'm going to go into, let me go into the back office again, so I can go to the report possibly that you're referring to. I'm going to think it's probably the uni level that you're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Or is it in the little box in the front?
Just the GQV. I was looking at some of your transcripts, and I was really bringing myself up to date. So when it's saying to get 500 bonus points of GQV that I need to do, does that include stuff like if I bought a transformation now, or
that's the total promo GQV. So that's what you want when you're a diamond or higher to qualify for pools and lifestyle and to qualify for any cap overflow. You want to make sure you have 500 promo GQV. And
promo GQV.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the key word, the promo GQV. Now, with that being said, is there also, because I tried to find the promos under puriumbusiness.com, like you remember how you guys would show pictures of all the promos that are happening for the month?
Do you want me to show you where to find it now? Let me show you.
Yeah.
You're going to want to go to, let me go back to iShop. Here we are.
iShop, okay.
And you want to go to the digital marketing kit.
Digital marketing kit.
So I'm on the digital marketing kit, and from here, there is incentive promos, current promotions right here. You can click on that. And actually, I just click on anything just to get here. And then when you go here, there's current promotions. And I believe it's under the July 2026 promotions. And everything that's going to qualify for these promo points for July is under a promos checklist. So you click on that and you can see the promos checklist when it comes up. And so then what you want to do is you want to just open that file. It'll open that file and you can print it or you can look at it or whatever you want to do with it. And it might be in the phone app too. I haven't looked. Like I said, I'm really kind of a desktop kind of gal, so I always go here. And so this gives you all the different things, the UBT, the UBT bonus, the bonus monthly. So it gives you all the points for every promo that we have available in July. Because remember, things can change from month to month. So you always want to look, because last month we didn't have a mini marathon. And this month, guess what we do? So there's 100 points there. So it can change from month to month. And we actually have updated the Widen Your Reach Live, the Share Because You Care, with more information, like, for example, the Share Because You Care, sharing product blogs on your social media, that now counts as well, not just an Instagram or a reel, not just a reel or a carousel or anything. So these can change at any time. We kind of keep them the same, but we usually might add, like we added the mini marathon. So this is your best place to get it. Remember too, which is really awesome, the mentoring bonus. So anytime you receive a fast start match, if you get a new consultant, you get that $100 match, you're also going to get 100 points. So if you have which was new too, verified buyer, brand partners only submit a review for the summer smoothie pack. And we know that someone likes that out there. So make sure you do it for that. The super xanthan, the controlled pre-meal capsules, or the chill sprite. Any of those 4 products that you put a review in, 25 points each. So it updates each month. So you always want to find that. And again, the best place I go is to the DMK.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You bet. Hi, Anne Marie. Thanks for joining us. What can we help you with today? Oops, you're still muted.
Thanks for the help. I'm trying to add leads from a table event into the back office.
Okay.
Do
you want to know how to do that, or?
Yes, I don't know. When I see leads in the back office, I don't see where I can add to it.
Let me show you right now. Great question then. Let me bring this back up.
Thank
Let me
you.
go to our website. So right here, there's a Get News link. You're going to click on Get News, and this is where you're going to add their, let me delete this all so you can see their first name, their last name, their email address, their phone, it's optional, and the referral code. So you put your code there. Or if you're doing it, and then you say what they want to learn more about, and then you click on I like to learn more, and that'll put it into your leads report in your back office.
How do you get to the Get News?
It's going to be on the main website. Scroll down to the very bottom. In the footer, there's a Get News link.
Okay. Okay, I'll find it when we're not on the call. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Great question. Thanks for asking.
Thank you.
Hi, Madi. We have Madi left, Unique, and Carrie, and then we're going to call it a day.
I promise I'll be very short. They probably already asked this question. And the promo points, I know there is in the reports and the QV reports, they show in others. So you just put in all the promos that are happening on the other column of the report in the back office, because I know we have for Share Because You Care, Widen Your Reach, and I think is retention but I see other at the right-hand side of the report.
And then to the right of other is also events and promos. Events and Zoom. So any event or Zoom will go there. So right now in the other, it's going to be the purchase of swag or dreams, the mini marathon, the mentoring bonus, before and after photos, the product review. So a lot are going there because they're not necessarily promos that will stay around forever. If they do get to stay around forever, then we will eventually give it its own column. Like we know that events is going to stay around forever. So we said, let's just reuse that 3 and then free column for events. And we put Zooms on there as well. So that's events and Zooms showing up to the event, showing having your own event or showing up to the Zoom. So all of those are kind of compiled together. So maybe we will create other columns moving forward, but for now, it's going to go into the other promos. If you have a question, there's a submission form in the back office if you think there's some points that are missing, and we can research that for you.
Thank you. And I know last month, some of our uplines were telling us that if we do why don't you reach 10 of them, we get, the 99 points for the 3 weeks, but if we do a total of 10, we get an extra 100 points. Is that correct?
They took that away now. We figured just doing the 3-3-3. If you want to do 10, amazing. But
yes.
yeah, it's just the 3 per week for 33 points each. So we took that away when we revamped this program. Great question. Thank you. Hi, Unique. So good to see you. What can we help you with today?
Beautiful to see you, Debbie, and thank you so much for doing this. I love these calls. My question is, so I'm a pretty new brand partner. I've been with y'all for about a year now on the products and all these bits, but my question is, and I might be saying it incorrectly, but this is what's coming to my brain. Are we having convention this year? Is that accurate?
That's the right name, but it is not going to happen this year. We are not having convention scheduled this year. I think what we're doing is we're definitely doing superfood socials every month. And like April said, like, can I know ahead of time? I want to show up for one. And I think we may be leaning possibly into some regional events. So that might be in the very near future as well. Just with everything that's going on, it just wasn't possible. So I don't think we ever officially announced it, but I think through the grapevine, it was known that we weren't. But I love that question, and I want to have an event. Usually I'm in California at the last week of July or Phoenix or wherever. So I'm going to be missing it myself this year, but hopefully we'll get one again next year. Great question.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
And the last question of the day, Carrie, thanks for joining us. What can we help you with today?
Hey, Debbie. 2 quick questions. One, I noticed in the July promotional list, it has the purchase banners and swag. Do we get points for that promo one that's got the mini tabletop with the printouts? Because I did order it, but I didn't see any points.
Oh, great question. Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Carrie, because that item code was so brand new, it probably didn't make it onto the report. So let me add that to the report. Jennifer will rerun it, and anyone that's ordered it in July will make sure that those points are given. Thank you so much. What a great way to add. These are things we need to know because it's possibly will slip my mind. So I appreciate that so much. We'll make sure that item code is added and anything else that could be missing, and we'll rerun that report, and those points will show up in the other promos column.
Okay. And my other question is regarding Fast Start. If someone misses any of the steps for Fast Start, but yet they still achieve, within the time frame, other Fast Start milestones, does that skip or does it?
No, absolutely. They could start slow and miss the consultant and miss the director, but get it to that executive in the 2+ months. Absolutely, 100%. Let them keep running. Let them keep trying to get fast. And yeah, they will earn the Fast Start bonus. I love it. Great question.
Okay. So that means any of the steps that might not have made it, like if they get all the way to Green Diamond, within the time frame, but they skipped executive Fast Start.
Absolutely. I love it. Great question.
Thank you.
Keep them going. Great question. And great questions from all of you. Great suggestions, great input. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next Thursday. So tune in then. And thank you to Angie and Mara and Melissa for helping with some questions today. And that's what I love about this. We are all one big community that helps each other because we're all on the same mission to help transform lives. So thank you all, and I will see you again next week. Bye, everyone.